Guys who did something stupid for a girl, what did you do? Back in elementary school, a girl asked me to be her bodyguard. I said yes and got beat up the next break by 5 boys. Moved across the country to go to a university near her. She dumped me 4 weeks later. P.S. My life turned out great as a result of my decision to attend this school, so it has a happy ending. In high school, I saw a girl I liked walking with her friend. My genius brain decided I needed to impress her, so I decided skipping backwards and saying some quip would make me noticeable for sure. I started skipping backwards and said better get to class. I attempted to turn around while skipping and almost face planted but caught myself. I walked to class and never spoke to her again. Grew my hair long because she asked me to. She stopped going out with me. I kept growing it, and wasn't successful with women until I got it cut. In high school, this girl who I was close friends with but also had a not-so-secret crush on, told me once how she really loved those huge 7-foot-tall teddy bears, so I told her one day I'd buy her one and she laughed, writing it off as a joke. Fast forward like 3 years later, when we're going to the same local college and reconnected after slowly drifting apart after high school. She tells me one day that she's sick, so I do the only logical thing. Drive to Costco after class, drop $200 on that huge teddy bear, stuff it into the back seat of my tiny Honda Civic, drive incredibly dangerously since the bear is taking up my entire rear window, then show up at her front door. She says it feels too weird and romantic given our past, me having the not-so-secret crush back in high school and her having to tell me multiple times that we're better off as friends, so I do the whole drive back and return the bear. First girl I asked out, I left a chalk outline of a body on her driveway, along with a clearly fake police report indicating I was dying to go out with her. Yeah. I still cringe at the memory. Edit, this blew up, thanks for the silver guys. And to everyone asking, I did know her and we had been flirtatious with each other. One of her friends assured me she would say yes to something creative. She did not say yes. She crashed her bike going down a paved road, so I did the same to impress her, or to make her feel better. I really don't know my reasoning. She landed in the ditch. I did not. This girl I really likes ages ago didn't really know who I was. I gave her a Wii for her birthday and it was probably the creepiest thing ever to her. I thought it was a surefire way to win her heart, get married and all that Disney crap. 15-year-old me was stupid. I let another kid punch me in the face, it worked. I told my university-aged, now boyfriend, before our first date that I thought he looked cute in his high school uniform, had been looking at old pics, so he rocked up to pick me up in his full school uniform that barely fit him anymore. Traveled an hour and a half multiple times a week to go see her. She never did the same for me and she eventually ghosted me. It was probably one of the most pathetic and cringy times in my life, but I learned a lot from it. Wrote a fucking poem in a Word document and emailed her. I was so completely obsessed with a girl that I disregarded my own well-being and threw away any chance I had for success. We dated for 4 years while we were in school for architecture. Towards the end of our degrees, she started having trouble with her thesis project and asked for help. In what can only be described as a lengthy period of insanity, I decided to stop working on my own projects and focus entirely on her thesis. I did everything for her: designs, drawings, models, and write-ups. Her presentation went flawlessly and she had the top grades in her class. As a result of staying up all night for weeks at a time and repeatedly delaying my own work, I failed most of my classes and dropped out of school. She was grateful, and begged me to help her work on her master's degree as well. No problem. Got her straight A's and a brand new diploma to add to her collection. She dumped me on graduation day and immediately began a relationship with someone who understood the importance of self-respect. I'm not even mad, it was entirely my own doing, and I learned some valuable lessons. Really expensive fuck up though, cost me about 8 years of my life playing catch up. Never put a school relationship before your own success. Enrolled in the same uni, she stopped talking to me 2 weeks later. Sad face. Was in a long-distance relationship with her, flew back for Valentine's Day, turned up with flowers, to see her through the window, sitting on the lap of her ex. Gave her a chocolate bar with the golden ticket to go out with me. I got denied. I made a rap. No, I genuinely am too cringed about it to post it. Edit, checked my backups, weren't a lot, didn't find anything. The paper I wrote it down must be gone, this was 10 years ago. Also asked my friend who had a studio back in the day, I recorded it there, with horrible ad-libs, and was quite sure he didn't have the MP3 anymore. Getting up from the bleachers to play dodgeball, I tried to pull my sweatpants off while yelling, "Let's do this." Ended up yanking off everything, boxes and all. Woke up at 4 a.m. to pick up flowers from a nearby park, came back home, put on some nice clothes, hid all the flowers in a backpack, walked all the way to school, and at the middle of art class one asked her if she wanted to go to homecoming with me. That's my number one. Not necessarily for her, but I tried to impress a girl at my middle school fall festival when a guy bet me $60 I wouldn't eat a live goldfish he had just won. I did it. It did not impress her. Jumped over a fire pit and ruined my right knee. Doctors were amazed I ever managed to walk, let alone have full use. When I was around 15, I got really frustrated that a girl that I had known for a while did not want to like me and get together. I was texting her in the middle of class and the teacher made a comment about it and she made me hand over the phone and something snapped in me. I threw a chair across the room, hit my desk, which broke my hand, and I broke down crying. I thought about it today and it still makes me cringe sometimes. And I apologized to my teacher and everyone included. The girl is now one of my closest friends. Edit, I threw the chair and then slammed my hand into the desk for the people that are confused. Sorry, English is not my first language. The girl I lost my virginity to. I thought it was love, but looking back it was pure lust. I stopped eating and lost a load of weight. That was a long time ago though. Edit, for the people who are reading into this too much. I lost my virginity to her. Within a week she was with somebody else. I was young and felt devastated. I didn't want to eat and lost a lot of weight. I didn't look healthy, but it actually had the knock-on effect of me getting a lot of compliments and I temporarily turned into a man slut. The reason I think it's stupid is the weight was lost in an unhealthy way, e.g. not eating for days and avoiding meals. That was over 10 years ago now. In middle school I dated a guy who carved my initials into his leg. Flattering, I guess. Started smoking cigarettes. Cool. One I can answer. I had a breakup that really hurt me emotionally. Another girl comes along to manipulate me. We were together for a while when I decided to enlist to the military. She was upset, so she convinced me to get an apartment with her that she could live in while I'm gone. Fast forward to 3 months after I left, I found out she opened a credit card in my name, $1,000, repeatedly cheated on me and trashed the apartment. This was almost 3 years ago and I'm still dealing with the repercussions. Edit, I would say the worst part of all this was the mental aspect of being manipulated. The financial part was bad only because I wasn't making a ton of money before enlistment and not so much after. Smartphone contract. 2 years, €45 monthly. After 6 months she left me. Now I have 2 phones and €70 to pay every month. I saw cuts on the arms of a girl whom I was close to in high school. I tried speaking to her about it and she said I wouldn't understand. But I knew she had no one else to talk to, so what did I do? I tried telling her I would understand and she wouldn't believe me. So I pretended I was also sad and anxious and that me opening up made her comfortable enough to open up. She was right though, I didn't understand, but at least she had someone to talk to even if I couldn't offer much help. We ended up dating for 2 years after both getting even closer due to all that. Anyway, she ended up turning against all her morals and everything she stood for. Turned into the people that were making her depressed and cheated on me. Anyway, I must have done some Pavlov magic because now I am depressed and do have depression. In elementary school when I walked by this girl I liked, I would pretend to chew gum and crack my knuckles cause I thought I'd look cool. Caught feelings. Guys become feckin' stupid for love sometimes. I had a friend who wanted to walk 20 miles to confess his feelings to a friend during the middle of the night. Thanks for watching. What would be your response? Leave it in the comments and see what the others say. Please also like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Until next time, take care.